Resistance, resistance, resistance. Where does it come from? Why do we experience it? And more importantly, how do we get rid of it? So I experienced some resistance. When it appears in our reality, what it is, my darlings, is generally a misalignment with our desires, i.e., a limiting belief that we have in our consciousness that I point to up there at my forehead. And basically, it's not in alignment with our wishes. I'll give you a personal example. I visit, what's the right way to say this? I visit a nurse once every 6 weeks to have a procedure done. Simple thing. Anyway, my course of treatment has finished. I remember thinking when I said goodbye, and I said to myself inside, my inner conversations were, oh my God, I'm never going to see you again. Of course I didn't give her a big fat hug and say bye, thank you for everything at the time I said goodbye. So my resistance came back up a couple of weeks later, and it was really fierce. So there's an abandonment issue up in my consciousness, which I'm working on. I've actually got rid of it. So a misalignment there. I thought I'd never see this lady again. How I fixed it, or not fixed it, yeah, fixed it, we could say fixed it, how I corrected it and aligned myself back to my desires, was using Neville's fabulous technique called revision. So what caused it was me thinking I never would see this nurse again. How I cured it or got it back into alignment was tracked back the thoughts that came up just after I had that thought that, oh my God, I'm not going to see you again. What was attached to it was some childhood experience that I'd had. I actually ran away from home when I was about 15 years old. And it left me with some abandonment issues, which I didn't even know I still had, to tell you the truth, until I experienced this not so lovely resistance. All sorts of inner conversations arose within me. So I was 14 at the time, or around when I was 15, 14 or 15, one of those ages. So I corrected it. I pulled the image of the nurse up in my imaginal scene, and I gave her a big fat hug in my imagination, which then led me back to my childhood experience where I ran away. I changed that using revision also. So when we get resistance, it's a misalignment within ourselves. An inner conversation will most likely come up, which we call a limiting belief. So we find it, we journal, we contemplate, see where that thought came from, because it stems from an experience in our imagination. So we work on it, contemplate it, we work our way through the feelings that come up within us, which aren't too delightful, and then we change it with revision. So basically, my lovelies, we're all energy. So when all these magnificent planet alignments are happening, we're having a shift in the collective consciousness. So more than likely, some of you out there 2 or 3 weeks ago when I experienced resistance, you may have to drop a comment and we'll make it through together. I hope that I've explained how this has benefited me. I rewrote what happened in my 3D, and I rewrote a childhood experience using Neville's fabulous revision technique. His lecture talking about that is the pruning shears of revision. Actually, he talks about it a whole lot more than that, but I've done some further ones. I'll leave some links down there, my darlings, and I will send you a big fat kiss, because we're all about love up here. Please hit like and follow for more. Bye guys.